This is a History Maker Baseball pre-play. Serves a couple purposes. One, I haven't played this game in a little while, so I need a warm-up before I get ready for my Cincinnati Reds 1990 replay on New Year's Day. And two, it gives me a chance to practice my. I haven't done a setup. I've done a video on this game in a while, particularly not a live stream. So I want to see how things are looking on the phone, and if I need to make any kind of adjustments in my setup, I can do it here, so that hopefully when the one for Cincinnati comes up, real world, we'll be ready to go. Let's see, I've got the phone up as high as I can get it to try to capture as much of the game board as I possibly can. It's vertical, so you got two game boards, so it might be kind of difficult. You know what? I don't have my. Hold on, folks. Hold on. I didn't have my headphones plugged in, so you can't hear me very well. Hopefully the sound is better now. So let's see. I don't want this glare on the game board if I can avoid it. So let's see about maybe moving that out of the way so we don't have so much glare there. All right, the aspect ratio is still not what I want, but I guess it's the best I'm going to be able to do on short notice. So this is what we're going to do. So the game I chose today, I chose the game from May the 4th, 1990. And if you remember May the 4th, that's the Star Wars thing, May the 4th be with you. But the thing that intrigued me about this game is the pitching matchup, which is Roger Clemens against Dave Stewart. So I thought that would be a pretty good pitching matchup to have. I do have the actual umpires that called this game, except I'm missing one. I'm missing the first base umpire, Al Clark. He was not carded by Play.com in the 1990 set. But just for irony purposes, I chose Terry Cooney to substitute for him. And Terry Cooney is the guy that threw out Roger Clemens in Game 4 of the ALCS. So that's the reason why I chose him there. So we have Dave Phillips at first, behind the plate, Dave Phillips. Cooney at first, John Hirschbeck at second, and Larry McCoy at third. I've got the score sheet right here. What I did is I went back to the previous games to get the hot and cold players for each team. The only thing I haven't done is the mood check. And so I went back and looked in real world what their wins and loss streaks were. Oakland had won 4 in a row, so if you roll a 1 to 4, they will be fully harmonious, and they will be going off the sunny side of the chart. But I'm not going to really worry about that. I'm really only, in this game, I'm only going to be worried about whether they're harmonious, neutral, or dissonant. So they're 4, so that means they are fully harmonious. So full harmony for Oakland. Now, Boston lost one game. They got a one-game losing streak, so they need to avoid a 1 to prevent going into dissonance. And they do. So now we're going to use the decider die. Are the Red Sox ready to win today? They are, so that means they're going to be semi-harmonious. So when you get to, hello, Mr. Gardner, how are you? Hello, Midlife. No, Midlife, this is just a practice game for me to get ready for my 1990 Cincinnati Reds project. So it's just, I haven't done History Maker on a video in a while or on live stream or anything like that. So I want to check my setup and see if I need to make any kind of adjustments or whatnot. So fully harmonious for Oakland when they go to the chemistry rolls, and Boston is semi-harmonious, which means they will need the decider die to get what they get. And again, this is the May 4th game. Clemens against Stewart. That's why I chose the game. Now, I have the Oakland stadium picture from Al Wilson, but this game is not going to, this will not carry a whole lot of accoutrements the way my regular season games will with the Reds. So for base runners, I'm just going to have these tokens to put here to tell who's on base. I've got the score sheet off to the side, and I'll show it every couple innings or whatnot. I've got my extra super large game book. This thing is huge, but it helps me see. Of course, I got our dice. I generally like to use dice that have numbers on them, but if I'm going to use the decider die, it's this very small die. I don't want to have 3 huge die and 1 small decider, so I figured it better to go this way. I realize you can't see everything on the umpire board, but you see enough to get it, to see who the bottom 3 umpires are. Hirschbeck's up here out of view. You can't see him at second base. All right, now one player was not carded by Play.com because he didn't have enough at bats, and that was Bill Buckner, who's playing first base in this game near the end of his career. So I am using a generic player that most closely resembles his statistics. So we're going to use that generic player in Buckner's place. Everybody else I have a card for, so we're good to go on that. And I think that pretty much covers everything. So hopefully you guys have at least seen this game played by Steve Tower and others, so you got a general feel for how the game runs. Hopefully, anyway. It's not going to be there's plenty of how-to videos on this game if you want to get a detailed how-to, but I don't want this to be a 2-hour video because I got to go outside and do some yard work after this. I'm off. I was off yesterday and off today, so I want to be somewhat productive, not just play games, but I also want to do some work around the house. So, not that I want to, but it needs to be done. So we're going to go ahead and get going. Dave Stewart facing Wade Boggs to start this game. And we get a 1-2-4. And a 1-2-4 asks, does the pitcher have control? Stewart has semi-control with that little dot there, but the desired die says in this particular bat he does have the control. So it will be a ground out to short. And he grounds to Walt Weiss for out number 1. And that'll take us to Jody Reed. He's got a second base written on his card here, but he played second and short. Today he is playing shortstop. Oh, and the designated hot batters are Dwight Evans for Boston is a designated hot batter. Barrett is a designated cold batter. For Oakland, hot batter Walt Weiss, cold batter Steinbach. All right, here's Reed. That's based on previous games. Oh, triple ones. That's usually good for the hitter. So Jody Reed, triple ones. Is the pitcher an ace? He's a semi-ace, but the decider die says no. Is the batter a scrapper? He's a semi-scrapper. I've got to re-roll the decider die to see if he's a scrapper in this at-bat. This will determine whether he gets a double or a home run. If we get a dot, he gets a double. If we get a blank, he gets a home run. That's a blank. So Jody Reed, a rare home run for Jody Reed. But when you get those triple ones, it's kind of, APA-like when you get the 66 or the 11, you get those home runs. So there you go. Jody Reed takes Dave Stewart deep, and Stewart's not happy about it. But those triple ones, when you get triples like that, it's going to cost you. So it's 1-0 Red Sox, and here's Mike Greenwell. 3-5-6, that's the left-right split that comes up. They're not the same. Stewart's a righty and Greenwell's a lefty. Utility or sad sack, he's neither one of those, so he's going to get a base hit based on the left-right split. So the game doesn't really have left-right splits except for the 3-5-6 roll. It's the only roll that checks that. But there you go. Now here's Dwight Evans. He is the designated hot player for this game. Should he have to go to one of his right now plays or whatever, he'd be covered. So runner on first base now, and that is Greenwell with 1 out. And here's Evans. 5-6-6. Is the pitcher wild? No. Does he have a good eye? No, he does not. It is a strikeout. So Evans out on strikes, and we're going to the right now chart because that result was in blue. So since we're in the first inning, Stewart is now semi-hot because of that strikeout. Pena is neutral because he has not come to the plate yet. So we got a semi-hot pitcher against a neutral batter. And now they're both neutral. 2-6. Hot pitcher. No, he's not. So pitch misses, driven into right field for a base hit. And a lead die of 2. Runners advance 1 base on singles. So there you go. Pena gets the base hit because Stewart was not a hot pitcher. He gets the base hit off of him. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for center fielder Ellis Burks. I can already tell you it feels kind of weird after playing Stratomatic and inside pitch so much. It feels kind of weird to get back to this game. So I'm kind of glad I did this just to get my feet wet and get back into swing of things so that January 1st is not such a shock. All right, here's Ellis Burks. 4-5-5. Does the pitcher have flash? He's got semi-flash, but Dot says no. Is the batter a home run king? No, he's a slugger, not a home run king. So he's going to ground out to first, and that's going to end the inning. But the Red Sox do pick up a run on the home run from Jody Reed. And at the end of half an inning to play here in Oakland, it is Boston 1 and Oakland coming to bat. And now that'll bring up Ricky Henderson, leading things off for Oakland against Roger Clemens. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? Clemens is an ace. So that will be a strikeout unless he has a good eye. He does not. So Ricky goes down on strikes. One away for Carney Lansford. 2-2-5. 2-2-5. Is the pitcher a star? He's an ace, not a star. Is the batter slugger or a sad sack? He is neither one. So he's going to single to center field. If he's active, he would steal, but he's not active runner. So he will single and stay at first base with one out. He is the tying run at the plate for Mr. Jose Canseco, Mr. Juice himself. That's a 1-2-3. That is flash and fresh. Yes, he's got flash, and he's certainly fresh. So it will be a strikeout. Second strikeout for Clemens. And that brings up Steinbach. He is the designated cold batter for this game, but it may not come up on this particular play. 1-1-3, ace or dynamic. He's an ace, so it's going to be a ground ball to first. And the inning is over. So Clemens gives up a single, but that's it. At the end of one, it is Boston 1 and Oakland nothing. Top of the second we go. And, of course, the pitchers will be fresh for the first 3 innings, semi-fresh for the next 3 innings. So here's the generic player that represents Bill Buckner. We get a 1-2-4, which is a control check, and he's got it. So with the decider die gives it to him, so it's a ground out to short. And there's one away. Here's Danny Heap. He is playing right field in this game. If you don't like the lineups, blame Joe Morgan. He's the one that made them. 5-6-6 wild, no. Good eye, no. It's a strikeout. And it's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for the at-bat of Marty Barrett. Marty Barrett has not hit yet, so he is neutral. Stewart is semi-hot based on that strikeout. Here's Marty Barrett. So Stewart is a hot pitcher now. 2-6. Hot pitcher, yes. Overpowers batter with best pitch for a strikeout. So that's going to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Boston. And now the other Henderson, Dave Henderson, will lead things off for the Oakland A's. That's a 1-1-5. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a pop-up to the infielder of our choice. Usually what I do is I roll the die and take the corresponding fielder. That's a shortstop, so it's a pop out to short. One away, but you can do whatever you want. It's your choice, obviously. It's what it says. So here's Mark McGwire. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer, but the dot says no. So we're going to outfield drama for the first time. And in the outfield for Boston, they have no gold and no iron players. All their fielders are neutral. So everybody's neutral for the Red Sox. 6-6. Right fielder iron. No, it's going to be a fly out. So McGwire flies out to Heap in right field for out number 2. And that brings up the designated hitter Felix Jose. 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? He's a semi-slugger, but not a home run king. So he will fly out to center. And the inning is over. And granted, this game is not a one-off. Does not show the beauty of this game. You really have to go through a season because you get the ebbs and the flows and the game day charts and everything else. So you really tell the story with this game, whereas one game you don't. This is, like I said, merely just to get my senses back to this game and how I want to present it going forward. So Jody Reed struck out his last at bat. I'm sorry, Marty Barrett struck out his last at bat. I had Boggs and Reed out of order here. So Boggs will actually lead things off. That's a 4-6-6. Control pitcher. He's got semi-control. Dot says no. Is he a home run king or a slugger? He's neither one. So it's a difficult ground ball to the outfielder of our to the infielder of our choice. And we'll say it's a ground ball back to Stewart, and he makes a nice play to retire Boggs. One away. And here's Jody Reed. If anybody has any questions about the game, I'll try to answer them as best I can while I'm playing. But it's not necessarily, like I said, a playthrough or a descriptive playthrough. 3-3-5. Is the pitcher wild? No, he's not. Is a batter a sad sack? No, he's not. It's a single to right field, stolen base unless he's stoic. He is a semi-stoic runner, and the decider die says he is, so he will not steal. He will simply get a base hit. So Jody Reed's 2 for 2. He's homered, and now he's singled. And he is on first base with one out for Mike Greenwell. Hope something didn't go through there. Let me re-roll that because I like all 3 dice to go through the same way, not to be caught up like that. Try it again. 244. 244. Is he an ace? No. Decider die says he's not an ace this time. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. It's a ground out to short unless he's a whiffer. He is not a whiffer. So it's a ground out to short. On a lead die of 2, it's a fielder's choice. So it's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. 2 down, Greenwell, the new runner at first for Dewey Evans. And Evans struck out his first time. 2-4-6. Control pitcher? No. Again, the sire die let him down. 2-4-6 for the batter. Eager or sad sack? He is neither one. So he's going to draw a walk. So Dewey Evans will walk, and that'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs, and that'll set it up for Tony Pena, as Pena has a chance to drive home another run to put Boston further ahead. They lead at 1-0 here in the top of the third. Stewart, 2-3-5. Is he wild? No. Is the batter eager? He is semi-eager, but the sire die says no, so he does not get the single. So instead he grounds out to second, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Red Sox. Put a couple of guys on, but no runs come across the plate. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0 Red Sox. Now Stewart will be semi-fresh the rest of the way until the 7th inning. Clemens still keeps his full freshness because this is his 3rd inning. Facing Walt Weiss, 2-3-5. Not wild. Is the batter eager? Walt Weiss is not eager, so he will ground out to second. It's the same result we just had for Pena. So Weiss is out of there. Here's Gallego. Mike Lecto Gallego. We get a 3-4-4. Is the prospect batter? No, he's prospect pitcher. No, he's a semi-icon. Is batter patient? No, he's not. It's a pop out to second. That'll be fielded by Barrett, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the order for Ricky. Hello, Kenyon. How you doing? Back to the top of the order for Ricky. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Pena is not iron. Is the batter have a good eye? He's semi-patient but does not have a good eye, so he will strike out. And that will end the inning. So poor Ricky, he's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Good thing this wasn't a tribute game to him because he's not doing so well. And we played 3 innings. It's still 1-0 Boston. 1-0 Boston. Now, with that strikeout, that was in blue, so that means we're going to the right now chart for the at-bat for Ellis Burks. Even though we switched innings, we do carry it over. So Stewart, the last batter he faced, he got Pena to ground out, so he's neutral. Burks, his last at-bat, he grounded out to first, so he's neutral. So we have neutral against neutral on the right now chart. And it's a 1-5. Cold batter, no. If he was, he'd strike out. Otherwise, batter pounces on pitch or base hit past the shortstop. So base hit for Burks, since he was not cold. He gets the base hit. And that'll bring up Buckner with his generic card. And when I do the replay, I'm going to actually create missing players. But for this game, I didn't have time to do that. So 4-5-5. And there aren't that many missing, to be honest with you. Flash. Does he have flash? No. Decided I let him down again. Home run king. No, he's not a home run king. He's going to ground to first. And on a lead die of 4, the runners advance. So Burks will go to second base on the ground out. Only play was to first base. So he's at first with 1 out. And that brings up Danny Heap. Three, 5, 6. That's a left-right split again. They're not the same. Utility or sad sack. He is utility, so he's going to ground out to short. And the runner's going to have to hold with the ball hit in front of him. So he would have gotten a hit except for the fact he was utility, so that took away the hit. Now the number 9 hitter, Marty Barrett, comes up in a clutch situation. 2 outs and a runner at second. Oh, 111's happened again, but this time he gets the dot, so he is an ace, and he will not give up the home run. Well, Barrett was a scrapper. He wouldn't have got a home run anyway. He would have gotten a double, but the semi-ace turns into an ace with the dot, so it's a ground out to third, and Stewart prevents another run by being an ace in that particular bat. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, and Clemens is also semi-fresh along with Stewart now in the 4th inning. It'll be Carney Lansford due up. See if I can get this glare off of here. Maybe I need to turn the other light on and turn this one off. Let's see if I can do that. and get the glare off of here. Maybe we don't need this big one here with the glare on it. Let's see how that does. See if there's enough light here. There might be. It's enough for me to see the play. I don't know if it's enough on video or not, but if you guys think it's enough light, we'll go with it. So, Mr. Gardner, if you're still here, the light's above me with the light set that I bought based on your recommendation, which is great when you're playing by yourself. But when you got something here, it makes like a lightsaber light, and it really can throw things off. So I'm going to go with this lighting. Hopefully it's good enough. So Carney Lansford will lead off the bottom of the fourth. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He's semi-fresh. The decider die says he's fresh, so it's a line out to second base. And Lansford is retired. Here's Jose Canseco. 1-2-4. Control pitcher. Yes, he is. It's a ground out to short. So in theory, with these two good pitchers, we should have a low-scoring game, and that's what's going on so far. The only run of the game was a rare home run from Jody Reed because I rolled triple ones. That's the only thing that happened there. Here's Steinbach. 2-3-5. Not Wild. Is he eager? He is eager. So he's going to single through the shortstop unless he's a whiffer. He's semi-whiffer, but Dot says no. So Steinbach's actually going to get himself a base hit. So 2 down, runner at first, and that will bring up Dave Henderson, the other Henderson. 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No. Is a batter a champion or a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. Decider die says he's a whiffer, so he's going to nub an infield single to third base. I always thought that result was kind of counterintuitive. If you're a whiffer, how are you getting the ball? I guess maybe if you're a whiffer, you don't make good contact and it nubs it up to third, but you luck out with a base hit. I guess that's the rationale behind that. But keep in mind, this is a game. This is not Stratomatic or anything like that. This is a game. So it's baseball, but it's also like a board game. So it's meant to be fun with the backdrop of real baseball in between. But the purpose mainly is to have fun. So here's Mark McGwire. Oops, Suidice. We re-roll that again. We get a 5-6-6. Is he wild? No. Good eye? No. It's going to be a strikeout to end the inning. And that results in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for the first at bat of the 5th inning. But nothing doing for the A's. Still 1-0 Boston. Going to the 5th. Wade Boggs is neutral, and so is Stewart based on the previous at bat. So we got neutral against neutral. 4-6. Hot pitcher. No, he's not. If he was, he'd be a strikeout. Otherwise, grounded a pitcher with his only play at first, but nobody's on base, so it doesn't matter. So Boggs grounds out to Stewart for out number 1. Now we go back to the regular chart for the hot hitter, Jody Reed. He is homered and singled. He's done it all offensively. 2-4-6 is control pitcher. No, the decider die let him down again. Is he eager or sad sack? He's neither one. So he's going to draw a walk. So third time on base for Jody Reed. And he's right in front of Mike Greenwell. So now Greenwell has a chance to drive him around, potentially. Greenwell's 1 for 2. 3-3-6. Ace or dynamic. He is not because the decider die took it away. Sad sack, utility, or patient. He's none of those. So it's a base hit. And with a lead die of 3, the runner's going to get to third base. So runners are at the corners. And that results in red. So we're going to the experience chart. And Evans is an icon, and so is Stewart. So we got icon against icon. Infield is in. They need to cut the runoff. 2-5 on the icon chart. Icon batter, yes, anticipates pitch, chops single past the shortstop. So RBI single for Evans, and the Red Sox lead it 2-0. Greenwell will stop at second base, but now it's 2-0 Red Sox. As Dewey Evans uses his experience to anticipate what Stewart was throwing and chops one past Walt Weiss for a single. 2-0 Red Sox, top of the 5th, 1 out. And here's Tony Pena. 2-2-3, wild pitcher, no. Slugger or utility, neither one. He's going to single to left field. That's going to load with a lead die of 2. It's 1 base advancement. unless the runner is active on second, which Greenwell is not. So it's bases loaded. Bases loaded now. And that makes 4 consecutive runners on. So he is a semi-struggler, is Stewart, because of allowing those base runners. So he's got to really settle down right here. And here's Ellis Burks. Infield looking for the double play. 4.66 control pitcher, no. Home run king or slugger, yes, he's a slugger, so he will strike out. And that's a huge strikeout. Went for the fences and missed. Guess that's the rationale behind why a slugger would strike out, because he's trying for the fences. So now it's 2 outs, bases loaded. Infield back to normal for Mr. Bill Buckner, who's not carded, so I'm using the closest generic player I could find. Sort of like the nameless player cards in Strat. Kind of the same philosophy there. So Stewart no longer a struggler. 2-4-5. Blank for the pitcher. Is he a hero? No, he's not a hero. So he will pop it up to second, and the inning's over. So the Red Sox get 1. They could have had more. They left them loaded. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Red Sox. That last result was in red. So we are going to the experience chart for the next at bat, where Clemens has a big advantage. He's a semi-icon. Jose is a semi-prospect. The game does have manager strategy cards, but I choose not to use them. So I'm just going to let it ride the way it is. And now he's an icon, he's a prospect. 2-2 for the experience. Prospect pitcher, no, he's not a prospect pitcher, so it's a pop out in the infield for Jose. In fact, he pops it up right up to Clemens. It would have been a possible home run had Clemens been a prospect pitcher, but he wasn't. So there's 1 away, and that brings up Walt Weiss. So Clemens is shutting down the powerful Oakland lineup to this point. 3-4-5, iron catcher, no. Good eye, no. That's another strikeout for Clemens. And it's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. Clemens is semi-harmonious. I'm sorry, semi-hot. Let me make sure it's either the first 5 or the first 6 where they changed that. So, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen this. Yep, first 5 innings. Yep, so next inning he would be fully hot without needing the decider die. But this one he needs the decider die for it. Gallego's neutral. Clemens is semi-hot based on his strikeout. Now they're both neutral. 1-4. Cold batter, no. So his big swing connects for an outfield drama check. So Gallego hits it to the outfield. All outfielders for the Red Sox are neutral. And the error check, 3-4. Says left fielder iron. No, he's not. Left fielder Greenwell is neutral. So he will make the catch. It will not be an error. And the inning is over. So another 1-2-3 inning for Clemens. And the Red Sox lead it 2-0 as we head to the 6th. And this is the final inning of semi-freshness for Stewart. If Clemens keeps a shutout, he will keep his semi-freshness the rest of the game, at least until the 9th. But Stewart, since he's already given up runs, this is definitely his last semi-fresh inning. Here's Heap, 2-5-5. Star pitcher, no. Is Heap a home run king? No, he's not. He's going to fly it out to left field. 1 away. And that'll send up Marty Barrett. 4-5-6. Is he patient? He is not patient. He's actually semi-eager. So he will fly to center, and that's in purple. So we're going for the very first time to the chemistry chart for Wade Boggs is at bat. Red Sox are semi-harmonious. A's are fully harmonious. So the A's are harmonious. The Red Sox are neutral. 2-6. Batting team harmony, no. Would have been a single, otherwise it's a ground out to second. So if that had been a dot, he would have singled. But since they are neutral, it's just a ground out to second, and that's going to do it for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 2-0. Now Stewart will lose all freshness going forward. So Tony La Russa might be looking to the bullpen. We shall see. So leading things off, we'll be back to Ricky Henderson. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. That's a 4-5-5. Flash. Yes, he's got flash. That's a strikeout. Unless he has a good eye. He does not have the good eye. So Ricky gets the hat trick. He has struck out all 3 times for Ricky. As he goes, the A's go, I guess, and he's not going. So here's Lansford. 2-3-6 is double control. They don't have it. So that means that he's going to walk Carney Lansford. So Lansford reaches. Lansford reaches, and here is Canseco. 116. Is he fresh? No. Decider Die says he's not fresh. Utility or sad sack? He's neither one. He's going to single to left field. There's a delta rating there, but he has no delta on his card. So it's just a single to left with a lead die of 1. It's a one-base advancement. So all of a sudden now Oakland has runners at first and second with 1 out for Terry Steinbach. Maybe this is the inning Oakland does something. 1-3-5. That is the unusual chart. First time we get the unusual result. Red 1 and a black 5 will take us to balks and bogeys. Balks and bogeys is a special 2-die chart with the decider. 1-2. Routine fly ball lost by outfielder. Batter safe at second on a 2-base error. Now they don't say what outfielder it is. So what I'm going to do is roll 1 die. If it's a 1 or a 2, it's a left fielder. 3 or 4, center fielder. 5 or 6, right fielder. So that's a 3. It was lost by the center fielder, Ellis Burks, for a 2-base error. So 2-base error on Ellis Burks as he lost the ball in the sun. And that's going to score Lansford. Canseco will take third. So runners are now at second and third. It's a 2-1 game. All of a sudden, the A's are coming back. Only 1 out. That was a huge mistake there by Burks. That has opened the door for the A's. And now here's Henderson. Infield is in. Try to choke the runoff. 1-1-2. Does he have flash? Yes, he does. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout for Clemens. Now with 2 outs, the infield can go back to normal. But he's got Mark McGwire to deal with. But he's retired McGwire twice. 1-2-4. Does he have control? Yes, he does. It's a ground out to short to end the inning. So Oakland gets a run, but they could have got more. And as it is, after 6 complete, it is Boston 2 and Oakland 1. And now both pitchers have lost all freshness because Clemens gave up a run and Stewart had already given up a run. So, and my battery is getting low on my laptop. And unfortunately, I didn't bring my case up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 7th inning, and during the 7th inning stretch, I'm going to run down and get my power cable so I don't lose what I've got. It won't take very long to do that. But I figured the 7th inning stretch kind of like a normal time to do that. So Stewart's going to stay in there even though he's not fresh. Face Jody Reed. 3-5-5. Struggler or gilded pitcher? No, he's not. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. He's going to ground to second. And there's 1 away. First time they've retired Jody Reed in this game. So Stewart gets Reed, and here is Greenwell. 2-5-5. Is the pitcher a star? No, he's not. Is the batter a home run king? Greenwell is not a home run king, so he will fly to left. 2 away, and that brings up Dewey Evans. 1-4-6. Flash. Again, Siredives let him down quite a bit in this game. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. He's going to ground to second, and that's going to end the inning. So Stewart's going to go 7 innings, at least. Don't know if he'll go further or not, but he's made it through 7 innings. We are at the 7th inning stretch, and the score is 2-1 favor of the Red Sox. I'm going to go get my power cord, and I'll be right back. During the 7th inning stretch, you can sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Tabby's down sleeping on the couch. Could not coax her to come up here, so flying solo without Tabby again. But we'll make it. And now I can get this computer going. The phone's got plenty of charge on that I'm recording with, but now I can't see anything on the computer because I lost power on that. So get that back and get that going. We are at the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 Red Sox. Clemens no longer fresh. We'll be facing Jose, Weiss, and Gallego, bottom of the order, and see what he can do with it. Let's see, make sure I got back to where I need to be on this. I think I am. Okay. When I'm not streaming this game, I can knock a game out in about 15 minutes. 20 top. A game like this, low scoring, 15 minutes tops. Which is why I never bought the express version, because to me, you don't need to express the baseball game. You need to express the hockey game and the football game, which is why I bought those expresses. But baseball really doesn't need the express version. And I don't like abstract in baseball that much. This is as close to the abstract as I can get on baseball. Or here's Felix Jose. 1-4-4. Flash. Yes, he's got it. Struck him out. So Jose is out on strikes. Here's Walt Weiss. 1-4-5. Struggling pitcher. No, it's a ground out to first. 2 down for Gallego. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? No, he's lost all freshness. Is the batter a sad sack? He's a semi-sad sack. The decider die says he is, so he will strike out. And that will end the inning. 7 innings are in the books. Boston still leads at 2-1 as they hold on to this lead. A 2-1 lead. Stewart will start the 8th inning facing Tony Pena, but the bullpen is active, and left-handed relief pitcher Rick Honeycutt is loosening in the bullpen. 1-2-3, Flash and fresh. Well, he doesn't have freshness, so that's out the window. So it's a ground ball to short instead of a strikeout. But it's an out either way. 1 away, and here's Ellis Burks. It did have very accurate stats. Absolutely it did. 2-2-5. Star pitcher, no, he's not a star. It's batter slugger or a sad sack. He is a slugger, so he's going to pop out to right field. If he was a whiffer, he would strike out, but he's not a whiffer. So he pops out, and that brings up Buckner, the left fielder. And now I'm going to go ahead and make the move just so I can show how the game does with relief pitchers. So Stewart's going to go 7 2/3 innings. And he's going to give up 2 runs. They were both earned. He's going to give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. He walked 2. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. Struck out 4. So the line on Stewart, 7 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and the home run to Jody Reed. And now Rick Honeycutt, a left-handed reliever, will be coming in for the A's. So we go to their bullpen. Haven't had to get to the umpires this game. That can happen. They can go the whole game without being used. So I'm sorry, I brought Clink out, not Honeycutt. Hello, Mr. Jester. Yes, I did, Mr. Jester. I played the 2 new games. I learned 2 new games, which was my goal in 24, was to learn 2 new games. And they were Fall Classic and Season Ticket Baseball. Haven't made goals for 2025. I got 2 projects going. I guess my goal is to finish those 2 projects, but that may or may not happen. Certainly the Reds History Maker one I'll finish, but I don't know about the Strat one because that's a longer project. So now Honeycutt coming in, and since he's coming in the middle of an inning, he gains the ace quality. Well, basically, I think he gains any quality you want, but most people give him the ace. But I think it's just the ace quality. So he now becomes an ace and a star. So Buckner, now that they brought a left-hander in, we will pinch hit for Buckner, and the Red Sox will bring in Carlos Quintana to pinch hit and play first base going forward. So Carlos Quintana will pinch hit for Buckner. It doesn't change the ace quality for Honeycutt. It just means we got a new batter in, and that is Quintana. So with 2 out spaces empty, here's Quintana against Honeycutt. That is a 1-2-6. He's definitely fresh, first batter of the game, so that's a line out to second. And that's one that Stewart would not have been fresh. He would have given up a base hit most likely. So, but the relief pitcher worked out in that case. So nothing doing for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 2-1 Boston. Clemens still hanging in. Ricky Henderson is the batter, and Henderson has struck out all 3 times. He is 0 for 3. Red Sox do have action in the bullpen. Lee Smith, their closer, is loosening. They don't want to mess around. If they're going to have to bring in somebody else, they want to bring in Lee Smith. Right now, here's Clemens to Henderson. 1-4-6. Flash, yes, he struck him out. So Henderson has the golden sombrero. He struck out all 4 times. Clemens has got him on those flash results all 4 times. So Ricky had no say in the matter. Here's Carney Lansford. 2-5-6. Struggling pitcher, no. Champion or patient, neither one. So we have infield drama for the first time. And again, everybody on the Red Sox is neutral. They have no gold and no iron fielders. That's a 2-4. Infield drama. Second baseman gold. No, he's not. It's a bobble ball for an error. So Marty Barrett boots it. Second error of the game on the Red Sox. And that puts the tying run at first base with 1 out for Jose Canseco. 1 swing of the bat, and the A's can take the lead. Lee Smith is ready, but they trust Clemens to try to get at least 1 more batter. 2-3-6 is double control. He does not have it, so that's a walk. And that might be it for Clemens right here. They may be calling on Lee Smith to get him out of the jam. Steinbach is your batter, followed by Dave Henderson. So that will do it for Clemens. Clemens is going to go 7 1/3 innings. And he's going to give up how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 1 run, but these 2 are his responsibility. The run he gave up was unearned, thanks to the error by Burks. Walks, he's walked 2. So he's walked 2. He's gotten his fair share of strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strikeouts for Clemens. So now Lee Smith going to come in and try to get a 5-out save. Lee Smith. I'm sorry, not Lee Smith, Jeff Reardon. I don't know why I said Smith. Smith got traded. My bad. I don't know why I said Lee Smith. It's actually Jeff Reardon coming on. Reardon, not Smith. Jeff Reardon. And Reardon will be an ace at bat to go with his star quality as well. And he's also, of course, picks up the freshness quality. So several qualities that improved the situation. And now it's just a matter of whether he can get it done. So Steinbach, Reardon. Reardon is an ace and star. 3-5-5. Struggler or gilded? No. Champion batter? No. Ground out to second unless he's a whiffer. He is a semi-whiffer. Desired Eye says he's a whiffer. So Reardon strikes out Steinbach for out number 2. And now 1 out away, but he's got to get through Dave Henderson, former Red Sox outfielder. And he's a dangerous slugging hitter, but he is 1 for 3 in this game. Reardon now no longer has the ace quality. That was just for the first at bat. 1-4-6. He does have the flash quality. No, he's got semi-flash. Desired Eye gives it to him, so it is a strikeout. So Reardon comes in and strikes out both batters he faces and puts the A's down in order. So we go to the 9th. It's still 2-1. So we can close the book on Clemens. There are the numbers on Clemens. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, a run. It was unearned, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. So Honeycutt's still in there. Only faced 1 batter. He is now semi-fresh. And he's going to be facing Heap, Barrett, and Boggs. Heap, Barrett, and Boggs here in the 9th. 2-4-4. Ace quality, no, he does not have the ace quality. Champion, no, he's not a champion. He will ground to short unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. The side die says he's not in this at bat, so it's just a ground out to short. Either way, he's out. And here's Marty Barrett, 0 for 3. 3, 4, 5, iron catcher, no. Good eye, yes, he's got a good eye. See there, it's got the dot, and the side die gives it to him. So it's a ball count on a check swing, and we're going to the umpire chart for the very first time. With the bases empty, that's a 2-die roll. Bases empty. And we get a 4-6. 4-6, lenient umpire at home. Dave Phillips is semi-strict. He is not lenient. If he was lenient, the visiting batter would strike out, the home batter will walk. Other umpires strike 3 on any batter, so since he wasn't lenient, he rung up Marty Barrett. Now, he would have struck out anyway being the visiting batter, but didn't matter on this one. He was not lenient that time, so Phillips rings him up. So usually the umpires come in at least once a game. That's usually what happens. Sometimes more than that, sometimes not at all, but usually it averages out to about 1 encounter per game. Here's Boggs. 1, 2, 4, control pitcher. He's got semi-control. The side die says he does. It's a ground out to short, and that's going to end the inning. So Honeycutt's going to go an inning and a third, give up nothing, and get a strikeout. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Oakland A's. They'll have to do it against Jeff Reardon. It's McGuire, Jose, and Weiss. Don't think they have much on the bench. They got Stan Javier that they could use as a pinch hitter, maybe. Jamie Quirk would be another potential pinch hitter. For Weiss especially. They're going to pinch hit for Weiss with somebody. We'll figure out who it's going to be yet. Depends on base running situation, I guess. But we're in the bottom of the ninth, rather. Mark McGuire. Final chance for McGuire. Final chance for McGuire. And he will lead it off against Reardon, who is now semi-fresh because he came in previous innings, so he is semi-fresh. So he does have that to worry about. He will not be fully fresh, and that could come back to bite him. Sometimes those fresh rolls come up and get you at the worst time, so have to be cognizant of that. So Mark McGuire, and McGuire is 0 for 3 in this game with a strikeout. 2-4-6, that's control check. He's got semi-control. Side die says he does. It's a ground out back to Reardon, and there's 1 away. So McGuire is retired, and that will send up Felix Jose. Jose is a semi-slugger. He's 0 for 3, but he is a semi-slugger, so we're going to leave him in there. 2-3-6 double control. He does not have it. It's a walk to Felix Jose. And the tying run is at first base with 1 out, and they will pinch hit for Walt Weiss. He will be lifted, and they will bring in Jamie Minute Quirk. He will do the pinch hitting. He is a semi-slugger and semi-hero. So Quirk will do the pinch hitting for Weiss, and if they do tie it, they'll figure out who's going to play shortstop later. Right now, they're going to pinch hit with Jamie Quirk against Reardon. 3-5-6 left-right split. Good thing I brought was Weiss would have got the lefty anyway, but Weiss I believe was utility. Let's see here. No, he was a scrapper. So 3-5-6 is the left-right split. He's a lefty. Reardon's a righty. So that's a base hit. Lead die of 3 puts runners at the corners with only 1 out. Mike Gallego is your scheduled hitter. I believe he's going to have to hit because we got nobody else to play the infield. If you take out both second and short, there's nobody left. I got Lance Blankenship to play second if need be, but I wouldn't have anybody to play short if we pinch hit for Gallego. So we got to leave Gallego in there. No choice. No dice and wax. This is from Al Wilson off his Google Drive. I believe it's probably listed on the Play free site as well, but it's Al Wilson's Google Drive has all these photos. You print them off on semi-gloss photo paper, and you can get basically any stadium you want. I might do that, Jester, but like I said, I got 2 main projects, so my time may be limited. So I don't know how much I'll be able to do with those other 2 games. But, 2025 is 365 days, so it's a lot of time for things to happen and things to change. So runners at the corners. Do you play the infield in, or do you play the infield back to turn the double play is the question. They're going to play back for the double play. So here is Reardon to Gallego. Needs a strikeout. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? No, he's not a workman. Is the batter patient? No, he's not patient. It's a ground out to first with a lead die of 4. Now, with the infield back for the double play, let's look at our base running rules that are on this little second chart here. And with a lead die of 4 and runners at the corners, lead die of 4 says out at first, runners advance. So the play is only to first base. The runners advance. We have a tie game at 2. Now, if the infield had been in, it would have been a single through the infield, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. They wouldn't even got an out. So the infield being back, at least they got an out of it. Let's see. It was to first base, so Quintana's only play was to first. Scoring is Jose. Going to second is Quirk. He is the winning run for Ricky Henderson. So tie game at 2, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, runner at second, and Ricky Henderson, who has struck out all 4 at-bats, is coming up. What a way for Ricky to be able to possibly redeem himself. 1-4-6, flash. Yes, struck him out. No, he does not have flash. He's a semi-flash. The decider die says no, so it's not a strikeout. Is the batter a champion? He's a semi-champion. We get to roll for it on the decider die. If this comes up as a dot, this is going to be a single that will walk off the game. If it's a blank, he's going to ground out and we go to extra innings. It's a blank. He grounds out. We go to extra innings. What do you know? Ricky struggles on that one. So we are going to extra innings. So Stewart gets off the hook. Clemens loses the win. And both relief pitchers are now gone. So we go to new relief pitchers. And coming in for the A's will be Dennis Eckersley. Best they have. He is an ace star and flash and double control. About as good as you can get. For the Red Sox, they got to figure out who they're going to bring in aside from Reardon, and all their other relief pitchers are pretty bad. Murphy's a struggler. The other 3 are workmen. So I guess it'll be Dennis Lamp because at least he has control. So Eckersley will come on. And we can close the book on Reardon. He went 1 2/3 innings. Gave up just the 1 hit, but the walk was critical. A run, walk, and 2 strikeouts. And then Lamp will come in to pitch the 10th. Eckersley now pitching the 10th. So it'll be Jody Reed, Mike Greenwell, and Dewey Evans against Eckersley. Now, since he's coming in to start the inning, he does not gain the ace quality, but he already has it. So he's got ace flash, star, and double control. That's a 2-4-6. Does he have control? Obviously he does. In fact, since he has double control, this is going to double up this result. So there's a ground out to the pitcher by Jody Reed, but not only will Jody Reed ground out to the pitcher, Mike Greenwell will ground out to the pitcher. That's where that double result comes from. You get that benefit with the double quality. Or if it's a negative quality, you get the double negative from it. But here you get the double benefit. 2 quick outs, and here is Dwight Evans. 3-5-6, that's a left-right split, but it's a righty versus righty, so that's a Circle K strikeout to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. A's have a chance to walk it off against Dennis Lamp. Can they light the lamp and walk this thing off? They have Lansford, Canseco, and Steinbach, heart of the order. Hello, Al. How you doing? Good to see you. Dennis Lamp, 2-3-6, double control. He does not have it, so that will be a walk. And Lansford is on as the winning run here in the 10th. Nobody out. Here's Canseco. You're not going to bunt with Canseco. You're going to let Canseco swing away. 4, 5, 6. Is he batter? The pitcher's blank. Is the batter patient? He's semi-patient. The side eye says he is. So that will be a walk. So back-to-back walks by Dennis Lamp. And things are getting from bad to worse for Boston. They had the game won, but Jeff Reardon couldn't hold it in the 9th. Cost Clemens the win. So here's Steinbach. First and second, nobody out. 1, 4, 6, flash. No, he does not have the flash quality. Is he a champion? No, he's not. He will ground to second. That will be a double play. 4, 6, 3. Much needed double play for Boston. It will move Lansford to third. So the winning run is still at third base for Dave Henderson and 2 outs. Last chance for the A's to try to walk it off here in the 10th against Lamp. 1, 4, 4. Does he have flash? No, he doesn't. Is the batter a hero? No, he's not. It's a ground out to short unless he's a whiffer. He is not a whiffer, so it's just a ground out to short, and we play on to the 11th as Lamps gets through it somehow. And it was bad news there. Perhaps Steinbach should have tried to bunt there instead of swing away and hit that double play, but in the heat of the moment, Steinbach wanted to be the game winner and just didn't get it done. So Eckersley is second inning to work. He is now semi-fresh. Here's Tony Pena, 2, 3, 6, double control. He does have it. He does have the double control. So it's a ground out back to the pitcher and a ground out to the shortstop. That double control is a wonderful quality to have. So Pena grounds out back to Eckersley, and Burks grounds out to the shortstop. The new shortstop, as a matter of fact, Blankenship. So I got to remember to bring Blankenship in the game because they pinch hit for Walt Weiss. So McGuire, it's going to be McGuire, Jose, and Blankenship coming up in the 11th inning. McGuire, Jose, and Blankenship. Remember to do that. All right. So it leaves Javier and Ron Hassey, the only 2 bench players left for Oakland. All right, 2 outs, bases empty for Carlos Quintana. 1, 1, 6. Is he fresh? No, he's not fresh. Utility or sad sack? Neither one. It's a single for Carlos Quintana. So a 2-out single by Quintana keeps the inning going for Danny Heap. Danny Heap. That's a 1, 3, 3. Pitcher's blank. Is Heap a slugger? No, he's a scrapper. He's going to fly to left to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. Dennis Lamp will be semi-fresh. That will do it for Eckersley. 2 innings is all and will allow him to go. So he is done. Eckersley goes 2 innings. Gives up 1 hit and nothing else. A walk. No walks, rather. 1 strikeout. So bottom of the 11th, it'll be McGuire, Jose, and Blankenship against Lamp, who is now semi-fresh. 5, 6, 6. Wild, no. Good eye, no. It's a strikeout. And it's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. Lamp is now a hot pitcher. Felix Jose is a neutral batter. Hot pitcher against neutral batter. 3, 6. Cold pitcher. No, he's not a cold pitcher. He's a hot pitcher, so he gets him to pop out to the catcher. That's 2 down, and here's Blankenship. So it looks like we're going to the 12th unless Blankenship does something miraculous. 2, 3, 5. Wild, no. Eager. He's not eager. He will ground to second, and that's going to end the inning. So a very quick 11th inning is done. We go to the 12th. That's going to be all for Lamp as well. Just going to keep the relief pitchers to 2 innings. And now the A's will have to bring on another pitcher. And it's going to be Gene Full Nelson. Nelson will come on and pitch the top of the 12th. Since he's starting the inning, he does not gain the ace quality, but he's already got the ace quality. And he'll be facing Barrett, Boggs, and Reed here in the top of the 12th. 1, 2, 6. Is he fresh? Yes, he just came in the game, so it's a line out to second. 1 away, and that brings up Wade Boggs. Boggs is 0 for 5. 5 ground outs. That's a 2.55. Star pitcher, yes he is. It's a strikeout unless he has a good eye, but he does not list as a good eye, so he strikes out. Boggs is 0 for 6 in this game from the leadoff spot. Ricky Henderson's 0 for 5. So between Boggs and Henderson, 2 Hall of Famers, they are 0 and 11 in this ball game. Here's Jody Reed. 2.35. Wild, no. Eager. No, he's not eager. So he grounds to second, and we go to the bottom of the 12th. And Boston will need a new pitcher. And this is where Boston runs into trouble because their bullpen not nearly as good as Oakland's. So we'll see who they've got available. Looks like they could go to Wes Gardner, Rob Murphy, or Jerry Reed. They'll go to Wes Gardner. He's got flash at least. So Wes Gardner will be coming on. Lamp goes 2 innings. Gives up 2 walks and a strikeout, but no hits. And no runs, obviously. So, bottom of the 12th we go to be Gallego, Henderson, and Lansford. No ghost runner, Aaron. No ghost runner. Not in 1990. 3-5-6, the left-right split. It's a righty on righty, so that's a Circle K strikeout for Wes Gardner. Strikes out Gallego. Here's Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. Can he redeem himself? 1-3-6. He's not an ace. Is the batter whiffer or cold? Well, obviously, no, he has not cold because he didn't strike out his last at bat. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. So we got infield drama, and everybody on the infield is neutral for the Red Sox. That's a 6-6 first baseman gold. Let me make sure Quintana came into the game for Buckner. So let's see. He is not gold. So nope, he's not gold. So it's going to be an error. Third error of the game on Boston. Quintana boots it. And Ricky Henderson is on first base, and he might be looking to run. Might be looking to steal. He is an active runner. He is an active runner. Can he get the jump? He needs the decider die to get the jump. He gets the lead. So he's going to go. And how do you determine in this game if he's safe or out on a stolen base? I got to go pull out the other chart, the other standard game chart that comes with the game, not this chart, because this chart doesn't show anything. But if I pull out the standard game chart that comes with the game, it does have those notations. So this is the chart that comes with the game. Whoops. And on stolen base attempts, right here, it says we roll the sire die to see if he gets the jump, and he does. And then now we're checking the catcher. The catcher is normal. So it's going to be a 1-4. 1-4, he'll be safe. It says on a die of 1, charges the catcher with a 1 base error. So it's a 1-4, he's safe. But if we roll a 1, then that means that Payton is going to throw it away for an error. It's a 3, so it's a stolen base for Ricky. So Ricky steals second base. Gets himself into scoring position with 1 out for Carney Lansford. Whoops. And Gardner is in trouble. Not Dave Gardner, but Wes Gardner. I don't know if Dave Gardner's in trouble or not. Probably not. Unless he's, getting beat up on the hockey rink or something. So stolen base. And now here's Carney Lansford. First base is open, but you're going to pitch to Lansford. You're not going to walk in to pitch to Canseco. So you're forced to pitch to Lansford. 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Is the batter a champion? No. Outfield drama, and everybody's neutral in the outfield. So an error here could cost them the game. Everybody's neutral. Outfield drama, 2-5. Center fielder iron, no, he's not. If he was, it would be a double. Otherwise, it's a running grab of a line out. So Burke saves the game there by not being iron. He makes the catch for out number 2. And here's Jose Canseco. Do you walk Canseco is the question. I think you almost have to. You kind of have to take the bat out of Canseco's hands. His run doesn't mean anything at first base. There are 2 outs for Terry Steinbach. So Gardner facing Steinbach with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 12th. 1-3-3, blank for the pitcher. Is the batter a slugger? He's a semi-slugger, but the decider die says no, so he flies out to left field. Had that been a dot, that would have been a walk-off 3-run homer. But as it is, it's out, and we go to the 13th inning, and my score sheet only goes to 12. So I'm kind of in trouble as far as the score sheet goes, but I'm not keeping stats on this game, so I guess it really doesn't matter. So Nelson and Gardner will come in for their second inning of work, and they're both now going to be semi-fresh as we head to the 13th. And I really didn't plan on this thing going 13 innings, but when you plan on something happening, usually something else happens. So what are you going to do? See if I can get this board up a little higher so you can see, because you really don't need the umpire board that much. All right, so here we go. Nelson, 2-5-6. Struggler, no, he's not a struggler. He's a batter champion or patient, neither one. We got infield drama for Oakland. And now we need to check the infielders for Oakland. Gallego is semi-gold. We know he's semi-gold. Blankenship is gold. Lansford is neutral. And McGuire is semi-gold. So we got a couple of semi-golds and one neutral on this infield drama play. 4-6. Shortstop gold. Yes, he is. So it's going to be quickly recover from booted ball and barely throw runner out at first. So a nice play by Blankenship to throw out Greenwell to start the 13th inning. If he had not been gold, that would have been an error. But he is gold. Blankenship, and I'll show it to you on his card. Lance Blankenship is gold right there. Fielding is gold, so he made the play. And he is at shortstop because they pinch hit for Weiss, and he came in for defensive purposes. So here's Dwight Evans. 2-2-4, pitching at home. Yes, they are. It's in Oakland, so it's a pop out to second. So that's where the home field advantage can come in on rare, once in a while on that kind of play. Here's Tony Pena. 3-4-4. Pitcher is not a prospect. He's an icon. It's batter patient. No, he's not. Pops it out to second. And we go to the bottom of the 13th. Gardner is no longer fresh. He is semi-fresh. And here's Henderson to lead it off. Henderson will lead it off. Followed by McGuire and Jose. 2-5-5. Star pitcher, no. It's a batter, a home run king. He's a slugger, but not a home run king. So he will fly out to left. They barely avoid that catastrophe. Now, McGuire is a home run king. If he gets that result, same result, the game will be over. 1-3-5. That's a rare play. Second one. And again, it's a red 1 and a black 5, which means we're going back to balks and bogeys. We had a 2-base error on balks and bogeys last time. 1-3. This is a balk. Runner's advancement. Nobody's on base, so it's just going to be ball 1. And we will go back to the regular chart since no one was on base. 2-3-6. Double control. He doesn't have it. That's a walk. So McGuire is on. Winning run is on first base with 1 out for Felix Jose. 1-2-4. Control pitcher. He does not have that quality. Is he eager? Yes, he is. He's going to pop it up to first base for out number 2. He would have walked if he wasn't eager, but he was eager. And here's Blankenship. Might be going to the 14th inning. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he's semi-fresh. The dot gives it to him. It's a line out to second. And we are going to the 14th inning. In a game that may never end. Maybe we do need the ghost runner. I don't know. But both relief pitchers are now gone. I'm limiting all relief pitchers to 2 innings. So he's gone. And the A's will now turn. They will now go to Todd Burns. Burns, star, semi-flash, semi-control, does not get the ace quality because he does not start in the middle of an inning. He comes in fresh on a new inning. So for Nelson, he goes 2 innings, and from what I can tell, he gave up nothing and got a strikeout. So we've been in a stalemate here. Top of the 14th we go. And Ellis Burks is your batter against Todd Burns. 1-2-5. He's not a struggler. Pitcher's not a struggler. Is the batter patient? No, he's not. He's going to ground to third unless he's a whiffer. He's not a whiffer, so it's just a ground ball to third. And Burks is out of there. Here's Carlos Quintana. 1-1-2. Does he have flash? Semi-flash. Side or die says no. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. It says check with scorer. So there's a mini chart that says scorer. And on that mini chart that says scorer, let's see here. Check with scorer. How do they put that in this book? All right, so I've got the new book, and this one doesn't say anything that I could find here. It says check with scorer, but there is no scorer chart. Not in the mini charts that I'm looking at, so I've got to figure out what that's going to. Usually it's about an error or a hit, but this doesn't say anything. This is why I play this kind of game, to get these kinks out. So I'm not. Oh, here we go. Safe at first. Go to scorer micro chart. Okay, we go to so they've made the scorer micro chart now. That's what it is. Okay. There's now a scorer micro chart. It used to be a symbol chart, but now it's actually a scorer micro chart. And maybe it's been there the whole time and I just didn't realize it. So we roll 1d6. That's a 3. So that says base hit off the glove. So it is a base hit for Ellis Burks. Base hit off the glove of Carney Lansford. And I'm sorry, not Burks, Quintana. So Quintana gets the base hit with 1 out. And now that brings up Danny Heap. 2-2-5. Star pitcher. Yes, he is. It's a ground out to the infielder by choice. It's going to be a fielder's choice ground out. And the ground is going to go actually in front of the plate to Steinbach. He will throw to the second baseman for the force. 2-6 on the put out. Heap is at first base now with 2 outs for Marty Barrett. 3-3-4, ace or star. He is a star. It's a pop out to first. And we are going to the bottom of the 14th inning. The Red Sox will need a new pitcher. They'll have Gallego, Henderson, and Lansford. So I guess they're going to go to their other right-handed pitcher that they have, which is Jerry Reed. So that leaves Rob Murphy as the only pitcher left in their bullpen. And for the A's, they have 2 pitchers left in their bullpen. They have Joe Klink, and they also have Mike Norris. So they have 2 pitchers left in their bullpen. But right now, it is Jerry Reed. So Gardner goes 2 innings, and it looks like he gives up 2 walks. One of them was intentional. Gets a strikeout. No hits, no runs. So, bottom of the 14th. And leading things off would be Mike Let Go Gallego. Hello, Patrick and Aaron. Good to see you. If I didn't say hello before. 5-6-6. Wild, no. Good eye, no. It's a strikeout. So, Gallego is out on strikes. And it's in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. Reed is hot. Ricky Henderson is neutral. So we got a hot pitcher against a neutral batter on the right now chart. 3-5, hot batter. No, he's not hot. He's going to fly to left. So Ricky flies to left, 2 down. And we're about ready to go to the 15th inning. Almost need 2 7th-inning stretches, don't we? Here's Lansford. 2-3-5 for Lansford. Wild pitcher, no. Is he eager? He is semi-eager. The side die says no, so it's a ground out to second. And we are, in fact, heading to the 15th inning. Score still tied at 2. Boy, Reardon giving up that run in the 9th. Boston could have been home by now on their flight, as long as this is taking. Top of the 15th, Todd Burns in his second inning of work is now semi-fresh. Same with Reed in the bottom of the 15th. He'll be semi-fresh. So it's Wade Boggs to start it off here in the 15th. 3-5-6, that's a left-right split, and that's a base hit for Wade Boggs. Lefty versus righty, he gets that advantage. So Boggs gets his first hit of the game, brings up Jody Reed, and Reed is up there to bunt. This is a play you almost have to bunt here. So we go back to our main chart for the bunt chart. And on attempted bunt, you just go right here. Roll 1d6 and see what happens. We get a 5. 5 says out at 3, 4, and 5 say out at first, runner advances. So out at first, runner advances. So we'll just say he bunts it back to Burns. We'll call it a sacrifice hit 1-4. And Boggs is in scoring position with 1 out for Mike Greenwell. Burns, 2-2-3. He's not wild pitcher. As a batter, slugger, or utility. He's neither one. That's a single to left field. A single to left, but on a lead die of 2, the runner can only score from first if he is active. Wade Boggs is stoic, so he will hold at third. Greenwell's at first, so runners are at the corners with only 1 out. And Dwight Evans, the batter, and the infield is in. They can't afford to take a chance that they might not turn the double play, so the infield is in. 2-3-3. Ace or star. He is a star. It's a ground out to short. Ground out to short. So let's check the infield in chart with runners at the corners and a lead die of 2. Infield in, lead die of 2, runners at the corners, batter out at first, runner on first to second, runner on third holds. So the only play was to first. It's going to be a 6-3 ground out. Now there are 2 away for Tony Pena. Pena can be the hero. 4-6-6 control pitcher. He's got it, but that's going to be to his detriment because the pitch is red. It's a single to left. Lead die of 4. It's a 2-base advancement, and it's a 2-run single for Tony Pena. And that's going to put the Red Sox in the lead 4-2. And the Oakland fans are just let out a sigh of frustration. Here's Ellis Burks, 2-3-4, plate drama. Yes, we do. First time we've gone to plate drama with runners on base. Catcher Steinbach is neutral on the plate drama check. 4-5. Catcher Gold, no, he's not. It's going to be a pass ball, and that'll move the runner up to second base. And on the pass ball, it goes to, let's see here, 4-5. It goes to the chemistry roll. So we're going to roll off the chemistry chart. Chemistry roll. And what happened to my decider die? I think I dropped it. Now I can't find it, or is the book laying on top of it? The book was on top of it. Okay, here we go. So chemistry roll, Boston is semi-harmonious. Oakland is fully harmonious. So now only Oakland is harmonious. 5-5. Pitching team dissonance, no. So it's going to be a foul out to the catcher to end the inning. But 2 runs have come in, and we go to the bottom of the 15th, and it is going to be 4-2 Boston. Last chance coming up here. Burns is going to go 2 innings, give up the 2 runs on 3 hits. No walks and no strikeouts that I can tell. Like I said, I'm on the corner of my score sheet because I'm out of room. So I'm just kind of scribbling the best I can. So bottom of the 15th, Oakland needs 2 to tie, 3 to win it against Jerry Reed. They do have Rob Murphy loosely in the bullpen. They might bring him in to try to get a key out. So Reed to Canseco, 3-4-5, iron catcher, no. Good eye, no. It is a strikeout. So Canseco out on strikes. And we're going to the right now chart. Jerry Reed is hot. Steinbach is neutral. Hot pitcher and neutral batter. That's a 5-6. Hot pitcher, yes, shows best stuff. Retire side, alternating ground outs and shallow flyouts. So we get a ground out and a fly out, and the ball game is over. So Jerry Reed gets the win in relief. He was eastbound and down, and he took care of things. 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, nothing else, and he gets the win. The loss will go to Todd Burns. Well, my score sheet is a mess, that's for sure. So let me get the totals the best I can. I've got Boston for 4 runs, on 12 hits. They did commit 3 errors. I think it was 3. Let's see. 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Yep, 3 errors committed. Oakland 2 runs on just 5 hits. I only had Oakland for 5 hits. That's pretty bad. And all of them were singles, I believe. Yep, all 5 hits, I believe. Yeah, they were. All 5 hits were singles. Of course, the errors and the walks, kind of helped them out. And no errors. So there's your final score. Right there, messy as it is. Boston wins it 4-2. 4 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors for the Red Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Oakland. Winning pitcher was Jerry Reed. The losing pitcher was Todd Burns. Player of the game, Tony Pena. His 2-run single took care of things in the top of the 15th. So that was a good practice for me. So now, New Year's Day, I'll have a game under my belt that's recent. So when I play the Reds in their season opener against the Astros, I'll be ready to go. I have more accoutrements. I won't be using this part. I'll be using the Astrodome version of this, so I have more accoutrements. I'll have the lineup boards and everything else like I normally do for Strat and for Inside Pitch. So I have more accoutrements then. This was more of a basic practice game to get... Yes, he did, Al. He had a short time to get there, and I don't remember the name of the dog, what his dog's name was, but I'm sure he had his dog, maybe it was Rufus or something. I don't remember what his name was, but he had to avoid Sheriff Buford T. Justice for sure, and he makes out like a bandit in this game, getting the win in relief. So I do appreciate you guys spending part of your Friday afternoon with me. Now I unfortunately have to go out and do some yard work while it's still daylight, but it has warmed up some, so it's almost near 50 degrees, so it's pretty much tolerable to be out there now. If I put a sweatshirt and a stocking cap on, I'll be okay. But I do need to get up some leaves. I've already raked them into piles. I just got to pick them up now. So I need to go out and do all that. It's a lot of leaves. It'll take about 10 bags at least. But anyway, give me something to do this afternoon. Finish off my vacation. Then I've got the regular weekend, and then, of course, on Monday, it's back to work as usual until we get that Wednesday day off for New Year's. But there you go. There, History Maker Baseball. 15 innings worth. Got more than my money's worth on that one, I guess. But this game, you'll see it next on New Year's Day. It'll be a live stream New Year's Day, probably around 11 a.m., I'm guessing. Don't hold me to it. I'm thinking 11 a.m. And it'll be the Reds and the Astros from the Astrodome. Be Tom Browning against Mike Scott. And that will be the start of the History Maker Project. All 162 games of the Cincinnati Reds, 1990. So let's go do it from here. Like I said, appreciate you spending part of your Friday with me. Hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play. There's a whole lot of baseball and board games out there. There's a plethora of them. So you can find one that fits your niche and have fun with it. That's the whole point. Is it's a game, it's a hobby, and that's why I like this, because this is a game. Yes, it's baseball. There's a lot of realism in it, but in the end, it is a game. So there are some quirkinesses in here that you may not like, but I tend to like most of the things that happen in this game. I like the umpires. I like the chemistry. I like seeing who's hot and who's not. I like if a guy's experienced or not. So a lot of good things to say about that game. And of course, the qualities are based on actual statistics, so it's you get a range that's fairly good. Like Todd Burns is a star, so that means his ERA had to be between a certain range to qualify for that star rating, or else he would have had a different rating. Like Jerry Reed's a workman, so his ERA is higher. He just happened to get a break in this game to win it. So anything like that can happen. See what? Oh yeah, Boggs. Yeah, very rarely he does 0 for 6. So let's go do it from here. Tomorrow I will have Game 5 of the Inside Pitch World Series. I've already played it and recorded it, so I will have that for video on Game 5. In case you missed Game 4, that was put out this morning. So Game 5 will be in Pittsburgh, Orioles and the Pirates. It'll be Mike Flanagan against Jim Rooker in that game on Inside Pitch. And then probably sometime, maybe on Tuesday, I'll do the next game in the Stratomatic 87 replay, and that would be the next game on the schedule would be Toronto at Cleveland, Jimmy Key against Tom Candiotti. So thank you all for spending part of your time with me and putting up with my silliness and my lack of good equipment. And hopefully it was entertaining enough to watch. And if you haven't seen History Maker, hopefully you got a glimpse into now how it operates. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, how you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.